Here's one of my recently completed projects. This is a 1974 Schwinn Collegiate 5-speed men's bicycle. I bought this bicycle a year ago from the original owner for $10 at a yard sale. It needed a lot of work, but as far as its condition, it was a pretty good buy I got it for. When I got it, the chain and the sprockets and the derailleur were covered in grease. They were just caked in grease. It was pretty nasty. So I took the crank apart, I took the derailleur apart, and I re-greased the bearings in the rear wheel and cleaned up the chain. Yes, now it's all good now. The chain was just caked in grease. It was really bad. And the chrome was covered in like surface rust. I just took some steel wool and cleaned it up. And I added this rack on the back. I got it off another old Schwinn that I trash picked. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty cool. I thought that would give a good ambiance to the bike. And it's got these vintage reflectors on the wheels. I like these type of reflectors here. And I added these dice valve caps like I did on the other old bike that I fixed and resold. I just drilled holes in dollar store dice and took some JV weld and glued some valve caps inside there to make them stick, to make the dice stick. And this rear wheel is not the original one, but it's a Schwinn approved rear wheel. The original rear wheel that was on here, whoever tightened up the spokes last time over tightened them and stripped out the spoke nipples, and I had to replace a lot of the spoke nipples around the rear wheel. And I replaced so many of them that it just threw the wheel off center. Whenever you would spin the wheel, you could see the edge of the rim here just hop up and down, which was not a good sign. So I recently found a spare rim off one of the parts bikes that I trash picked, which I got the rear rack from. And I had the original spoke shield, and I had the original freewheel reinstalled on this new wheel. But it's a Schwinn approved rear wheel. I wouldn't put anything other than that on a bike like this. And yeah, some guy's coming down from up north to look at it tonight. And I told him I'll hold the bike for him on one promise. You pay the full purchase price that I asked for. And it's even got a bell. This was stuck too. This was rusty, and I just took some WD-40 and I cleaned it up. I had to add new brake pads too, because the old brake pads that were on here, they were dry rotted really bad. The tires are not the original ones. The tires that are on here, they're aftermarket ones, but they work all right. They're a little worn on the gum wall part, but as far as the tread part's fine, but that doesn't matter. And yes, a guy is coming from up north in northern Wisconsin, probably about 4 or 5 hours away, to look at this tonight. And if he wants it, I promised him, on one condition. I told him, you must pay the full purchase price, because of course I'm holding it for him. And yes, that's the bike. Hopefully it will sell, and catch you later. Bye. And I forgot to mention, the bicycle, when I got it, came with the original owner's manual, which is a bonus because they never come with this, hardly. And I'll show you a little something in it. Yep, here's the serial number handwritten in there. Here's the original owner's name, C. Soltis. Color is orange. Date purchased, 1974. That's pretty cool. You rarely see original owner's manuals with old bikes like this. And that concludes this video. Bye.